Terry, are you still in your room? If you've got time to bang away on the PC, why don't you at least go down to the unemployment office and look for work? Come on, Terry. At least give me a reply.
What is it, Mom? Can't you just talk to me directly? Why use the line? We're in the same house, for God's sakes.
I'm using line because you get upset when I knock on your door. I thought you'd appreciate the gesture.
To be honest, I wish you would just stop messaging me with useless comments. Besides, I'm really busy with this deadline. I need to focus on this.
Deadline? For what? Probably something about a game event, right?
No, nothing like that.
I can't believe you. You quit your job all of a sudden without a word, and since then you're stuck in your room.
I thought I explained it all to you 100 times. While working, I won an award for the book I wrote. And now I'm working on a new novel. I've come far enough that I'm confident I can make a living as a novelist. I got so busy with the writing that I made the decision to resign and put my full effort into writing. I showed you the book that I published, right?
Yes, but the name on it was different.
That's just a pseudonym. Pen name.
Yes, well, you certainly got an imagination. But you really shouldn't perceive your hobby as actual work.
As I said, it was a hobby before, but now it's work. How many times do I have to keep repeating myself? And as proof of that, after I resigned, I never once missed paying my fair share of the expenses.
You're probably just taking it out on your retirement pay. So, you had better get a real job before all that runs dry.
That's why I keep...
I don't want to hear any more of your excuses.
Yeah, right. Like I said, I have a deadline. Leave me alone. I really need to focus.
I'll give you a time limit of 1 month. If you don't listen, well, I have some ideas of my own. You do understand, right? Terry, we need to talk.
What is it this time? You do know that I'm currently out of the house.
Yes, I know. First, you're stuck in your room for days, then suddenly you're out somewhere wandering around. Who knows where?
As I said, I had a meeting with my publisher downtown. The meeting was early in the morning, so I stayed at a hotel the night before.
Oh, such an imagination. It's like you're some famous writer or something.
It's not imagination. I'm actually getting paid to do this.
Well, that is all very nice, but... Anyway, I thought it was a good opportunity since you were out.
Good opportunity? For what?
Yes, you don't have to come home anymore.
Huh?
Like I said 1 month ago. I said if you didn't get your act together in 1 month, that I had ideas of my own. You do remember that?
So your solution is... don't come home? That's a bit drastic, isn't it?
The reason you feel it's drastic is that you didn't seriously consider my warning.
Well, okay. But if I'm gonna move out, I need some time in preparation.
I had already cleaned out your room.
Huh? Wait, cleaned out?
Yes, cleaned out. I had the garbage collector come in and take it all.
You gotta be kidding! Do you mean everything? My desktop PC? All my notes and documents?
Of course.
Are you out of your mind?
All that stuff. It's all your imaginary world. It prevents you from seeing the real world.
My job requires that I use a PC and laptop. There were countless files and documents from my latest novel in there! How could you?
I wish you would have a little consideration for your mother. Having to go along with all of your delusions.
Are you saying I'm delusional?
Anyway, I changed the lock on the door, so even if you come back, I won't let you in.
Is this all just you?
No, Father feels the same way. He said you're over 30. Stop sponging off us and get a life, is what he said.
That too, huh?
So that's the situation. So your father and I decided to grit our teeth and kick you out of the house. It's for your own good. You'll see. Freeloaders are not welcome in our home.
So that means we cut all ties. You guys are okay with that?
Huh?
Goodbye. Miss Sawyer, are you good to talk?
Yes, Terry, good evening. Thanks for coming to the meeting this morning. Do you think you can make the deadline for the novel?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Something the matter?
Kind of embarrassing, but I just got kicked out of the house.
OMG, seriously?
This is probably the first time telling you, but my folks were against me quitting my job and becoming a novelist.
Good grief, I had no idea.
I kept explaining it to them, but they think I'm imagining it all. Get a real job or get out. That was the ultimatum. While I was out, they took all the stuff in my room, including my desktop PC and all my notes and documents, and threw them out.
That's awful. How could they?
Oh, don't worry. I have all the current documents on my laptop, which I have with me. Luckily.
Oh, that's a relief anyway. But Terry, that means you have no place to live.
Yeah, well, I'll stay at a hotel tonight. Then I'll have to start looking for an apartment somewhere. I'm also gonna have to get all kinds of household goods. Kitchen stuff, bed, everything.
Okay, I understand. Let's keep all that in mind and schedule things accordingly.
I'm really sorry for all this. Such an inconvenience.
Oh, and one more thing.
Yes?
We're approaching the publication of your new book, so why don't we arrange a book signing tour?
Huh? A book signing tour?
A good opportunity for your fans to see and get to know you. Maybe also be a good chance for your folks to actually see what you're doing.
Oh, okay, I get it.
And I'll put some effort into getting your folks to come around. If your book sells, well, eventually, they will get a wind of it. It's all in timing.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But first off, we need to find you a place to live. If you don't mind living somewhere near the office, I can talk to the real estate agent nearby. We know them quite well.
That would be great. I just hope it's not a burden.
No burden. Anyway, get some rest tonight and we'll talk again tomorrow.
Yes, thank you so much.
Terry, it's been a while.
Who may I ask is this?
It's me, your mother.
Yeah, what do you want?
What do I want? Nice way to greet your mother. We haven't heard from you in a while, so we were worried. How are you? Are you eating properly?
You kicked me out without warning, and now you're worried if I'm eating properly?
We had to do it. I hope you understand. But it was for the better.
Better for what?
It was painful for us, but I think we made the right decision.
Huh?
So, you really did become a novelist.
Where'd you hear about it?
My neighbor, Mrs. Jameson, she told me. Apparently her son is a big fan of yours.
Oh yeah, I remember he was there last month at my book signing.
Yes, that's it! I was so shocked when I heard. You really did well. I'm so proud of you. I suppose my decision to kick you out of the house, and then forcing you to make it on your own, really did wonders.
What are you blabbering about? I decided to become a novelist 3 years ago.
Huh? 3 years ago? But you were still working at that company then.
I was working and also working on my novel. My writing gradually gained momentum, and I even won an award. So I figured I could make a living as a novelist, and so I resigned and started doing it full time.
Oh, really? I had no idea. Why didn't you just say so?
I told you 1,000,000 times! You told me I was delusional. You just wouldn't believe me.
Really? Did I say that? Anyway, now that you're a well-known novelist, I have no complaints.
You guys kicked me out right when I was starting to really take off.
Oh, yes. When do you plan to come back here?
Huh?
You know, for Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, during the holidays. Of course you can come back anytime you want. Maybe you could come back and start living with us again.
Why would I do that?
Why not? People leave home all the time, and at some point, most people return to visit their folks. That's all.
You dumped all my stuff and kicked me out of the house. And you said I never had to come back.
Well, as I said, it was a painful decision. But it was for your own good. Look at how you turned out.
So you motivated me to become a successful novelist, is that it? When you had all my stuff thrown out? All my documents and notes were gone. It's a miracle my first novel was published. If my publisher didn't help me out back then, I would have never gotten where I am today. Oh yeah, and when my publisher called you to explain the situation to you, you said you wanted no part of a delusional son and just hung up on her.
Yes, well, that was... I provided an opportunity for the book signing.
Book signing?
When I heard that you became a successful novelist, I was elated. I told all of my neighbors and friends about the wonderful son I had.
Huh?
Your father told all his colleagues at work, too. Well, then everyone suddenly asked us to get your autograph. I have a total request of about 50.
50 autographs?
You have a lot of fans. Awesome, isn't it? So that's the situation. Could you have 50 signed and ready by this weekend? Or even better, autographed books!
I don't recall ever giving you permission to solicit fans.
Huh?
Do you know how selfish that sounds?
But it's only 50 autographs! Pretty easy to do in one sitting.
It's not about the numbers, but that's actually a lot, you know. Besides, my publisher advised me against sending out autographs at random. It devalues my name.
But, you know, it's a request from your family.
Family? You never even listened to me, or much less believed in me. Treated me as if I were a burden on the family.
Well, as I said, it was painful.
On top of that, you threw my stuff out without a second thought. Family? I finally thought you believed in me. And you go out and blab as if I was your precious son. Gather requests for my autograph? And you call yourself my family? Give me a frickin' break!
Terry, son...
Please, don't call me family or your son only when it suits you.
But I already told everyone I would get your autograph.
Just tell them I refused.
Huh?
Just tell everyone that you never believed that I would amount to anything. Threw all my stuff out in the trash. And that you kicked me out of the house.
I can't say that.
Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Please, don't contact me again. After that, my folks continue to contact me relentlessly. I blocked them online right away. I also plan to change my smartphone pretty soon. I heard they also tried to contact my publishers, but as they were aware of the situation, they handled it accordingly. I thought that was the end of it, but apparently my mom falsified my autograph and distributed it to her friends saying it was genuine. Eventually, people found out it was fake, which led to them learning about how they treated me. I later heard from my grandma that all the relatives gave my folks a severe dressing down for how they treated me. My dad couldn't hack all the whispering and rumors at the office and eventually quit out of frustration. I wonder how he's doing now. But I completely cut ties with him, and I plan to focus on my work from now on.
Hey, Robert. Can I come over to your place today?
Hey, Arya. Sure. It's my day off tomorrow. You want to stay the night?
Ooh, sure thing. I'll head over after I bought some things for tonight's supper and breakfast in the morning. I just have a few things to take care of here, then I'll be on my way. See you later!
By the way, Arya, I've been thinking of asking you this for a while now.
What?
How would you feel about us living together?
Huh?
We've been dating for a whole 3 years now. We stay over at each other's houses at least 3 times a week. Seems like a waste of money to be paying rent and utilities for 2 apartments that are empty half the time. I thought it seemed like all the more reason for us to finally move in together.
You want us to live together? Do you mean at my place or yours?
No, if we did, I think it'd make more sense to rent a new apartment together. Or something someplace close to both of our jobs. Moving is definitely an option. What do you think about us living together, Arya?
If you want us to live together, does that mean you're also thinking about what comes next?
By what comes next, do you mean marriage?
Yes, marriage. You're 26, but I'm already 29. If you want us to live together at this stage, I kinda got the impression you might be thinking about us getting married one day too.
Of course I'd like us to get married one day. Or rather, I already had marriage in mind at the point I asked you out. If we move in together and everything goes well, will you marry me? Never really intended to propose to you during a conversation like this, but I guess that is kind of what I'm doing.
Marrying you. Well, I'm not opposed to the idea of marriage, but... What's your salary?
Huh?
What's your salary? How much money do you make in a year? Just a rough figure is fine.
My salary? It's about $45,000 a year right now. If I was to say what I actually take home after taxes and whatnot, it's probably somewhere just below 40K.
What? It's that low?
Huh? Is that low?
It's even lower than I imagined! There's this guy. He used to be in my class at school. He makes 60K. He works for an elite company. They're super prestigious.
Well, I guess it differs depending on where you work. But isn't salary determined in large part by how long you've worked for a certain company? I only graduated university 4 years ago. Cut me some slack.
Maybe so, but 45,000 is still far too low. If you want me to live with you and even my hand in marriage one day, you should be making at least 75,000. We won't be able to get by on such a low income.
I really don't think it's low enough to be classified as low income. We wouldn't struggle to get by either. Plus, I think it'll go up gradually in the future. The longer I'm with the company, the more I'll earn.
Not the future. I need to make more money now. There's no way I can marry someone who takes home less than $40,000 a year. If you really want to marry me, won't you think about changing jobs to somewhere you can make over $75,000 a year?
Changing jobs? Are you serious? There's no way I can do that. Besides, I can't just waltz into some new company and expect them to put me on $75,000 a year right off the bat.
You'll find somewhere that pays generously if you look. You're just not trying hard enough. Surely, if it's not that much, if you mean it when you say you want to marry me?
What even is this? Is money the only thing you care about? I'd want to marry you even if you were penniless, because it's you I like and not your bank account. Is money the most important thing to you? Was all that time we spent together until now meaningless? All the time we spent whispering sweet nothings into each other's ears a lie?
Come on, Robert. It's not like I'm saying I hate you or anything. But things like living together and getting married cost money. If we went ahead with everything on our current salary, I'd have constant anxiety. I'll be turning 30 soon, and my biological clock's ticking. I won't be able to have kids forever, you know. So if you want to get married straight away, I can't do it unless you make over $75,000.
Even so, switching jobs and doubling my salary isn't something I can do at the drop of a hat. You need to be more realistic about this. It's not like I don't have circumstances of my own to consider.
So basically what you're saying is that you don't really want to marry me at all? Is the thought of working a little harder and making more money to provide for me really that awful to you?
Is this all I was to you all along? Why would you even say that? I had no idea you were like this, Arya. You're totally obsessed with money. Be honest, I feel I'm finally seeing your true colors.
No, I'm the one who's seeing your true colors. I thought you'd be making way more than you are because of work from a prestigious company. I just wasted 2 years of my life. It's over, Robert. I'm breaking up with you.
We're after my money this whole time. Fine. I think it's for the best. I have no interest in being with a woman who suddenly starts asking about my salary as soon as the question of marriage is on the table.
Well, I have no interest in being with a worthless broker like you either. Don't even come near me again. If I even so much as see your face after this, I'll report you to the police for stalking. Goodbye. Hey, Robert. Long time no see.
Huh? Who's this?
Don't be silly. It's me, Arya. Surely you didn't forget your ex-girlfriend.
Oh, Arya. I didn't realize who you were for a moment. Why are you messaging me after all this time?
No reason at all, really. I was wondering if you had a new girlfriend yet, though.
That's none of your business.
Oh, me? Well, since you ask, I got a new boyfriend last year. He's in his 50s, so he may be a bit of a grandpa. But he earns over $60,000 a year. I'm over 30 myself now. So I did lower my standards a little bit from the $75,000 a year high roller I originally had in my sights on. But he still earns way more than you. In fact, you're so incomparable, it's kind of tragic.
Oh, cool. Pleased to hear it.
Let's face it, only guys raking in serious money were ever gonna have a shot at dating a girl like me. Me and you were a mismatch right from day one.
Yeah, that's great.
You probably haven't managed to get a single girlfriend since we broke up, right, Robert? I can tell you why that is if you like. It's because you're satisfied with a pitiful low salary. How do you expect to be able to bag yourself a decent woman with such a lazy attitude towards life? If you want to have a shot at marrying a princess like me, I suggest you work harder and start bringing more money in.
My current salary is $92K a year.
Huh?
You still seem to think I'm only making $40K. But my current salary is $92K a year. I did tell you before that my salary would go up in time.
What? Are you joking? There's no way you're on 92K. You're lying. How the hell did you end up making that much?
I'm happy for you to think I'm lying if it makes you feel better. But if you want to know how I make this much, first, I quit the company I was at when we dated, so I could start helping my parents out with the family business.
Your parents? The family business? I didn't know your family ran a business. What is it?
Didn't I tell you? My family runs Jinko Heavy Industries. Have you heard of it?
Jincho Heavy Industries? Have I heard of it? Is there anyone who hasn't? They're a major global company famous across the world. Wait, hold on a sec. No way! Are you saying you're the son of the CEO of Jincho Heavy Industries?
It's kind of embarrassing to call myself the son of the CEO, but yeah, I guess I am. I quit my old company 4 years back, a year after we broke up. I started working at Jinko Heavy Industries immediately. I'm currently working with my dad, who, like you said, is the current CEO, so I can learn everything I need to take over the business one day. That said, I am still doing actual work, and I'm already bringing in some decent results myself.
Why didn't you just get a job at a family business in the first place? You would have made even more money by now if you did that.
The company rule is that the successor has to undergo a few years of training at a company in the same line of business. Then there was also the benefit of forging connections within the industry. My dad wanted me to learn about the industry, society, and the world at large by working at a separate company where I wouldn't receive special treatment for being his son. I got into the last company entirely off my own back.
But why didn't you tell me any of this 5 years ago when we broke up? The ring would have been on my finger before you even had time to blink.
I hadn't been formally appointed as a successor by that point, and things still weren't set in stone. Anyway, what kind of guy goes blurting out, "Hey, sweet cheeks, I'll be a CEO one day," to his girlfriend? I'd hesitate to tell people even now, because it's still early days and I still have a lot to learn.
I see, so that's why. Okay, you passed.
What?
You passed my test. You're finally worthy of my hand in marriage. I always had absolute faith in you, Robert. I'm so proud of you. Okay, I'm ready for you to pop the question now. Go ahead as soon as you're ready. Don't be shy, honey. Here's a little hint. It's gonna be a yes.
What? Are you insane? I have no intention of marrying you.
What? Why? It's okay, Robert. You don't have to hold back with me. You worked so hard all these years so you could marry me. I have so much admiration for you. Your reward is waiting. All you have to do is pop the question, sweetie.
I'm not holding back at all. I genuinely don't want to marry you. It's not like I did any of this so I could marry you either. I have no interest of being with the kind of girl whose attitude changes in an instant when she finds out how much money a guy earns, or what his position with a company is. You're the most shallow person I've ever met.
What? What do you mean I'm shallow? Aren't you the one who wanted to marry me? You're the one who asked me to marry you in the first place.
That was 5 years ago. But I seem to have a faint recollection of you turning me down based on my salary. Oh, that's right! My money was more important to you than the time we spent together or the memories we created together. Being proposed to by someone who looked down their nose at me like that doesn't make me feel glad for even 1 second. In fact, it disgusts me. I think you're nothing but a nuisance.
But I told you, I didn't know you were going places back then. I might have said a couple of things that sounded a little harsh, but I want you to know, sweetie, it was only because I wanted you to succeed. Anyway, it's not like you have a girlfriend now, right? Just marry me, honey. You know it's the right thing to do. You'll never regret it.
I most definitely, unequivocally, absolutely, beyond any shadow of a doubt, will not be marrying you. Besides, I couldn't even if I wanted to. I've been married for 2 years now.
Huh? You got married?
We're having a baby in April next year. Our second, in fact.
What? No, this can't be. You can't marry anyone but me. I won't accept it.
I can, and I did. She's the same age as me. And she values me for who I am. My personality, and not how fat my wallet is. She's cute, she's kind. She really is the perfect woman.
That counts as cheating on me. You do realize that? Do you have any idea on how long I waited for you to achieve your potential so we could finally be happy together? To think you just tossed me by the wayside and marry some cheap floozy!
Give me a break. You weren't waiting. Didn't you just say you were dating a guy on $60K a year?
Oh, forget about him. I'll break up with that old man straight away. So please, will you marry me? You definitely won't regret it.
Actually, I think marrying you would leave me with nothing but regrets. Anyway, it's not happening. So just give up. Me and you were a mismatch from day one after all.
I've been tricked. You're the worst. If I knew things would turn out this way, I would have just married you when you asked. Why is this happening to me?
Think of it as a lesson learned. The biggest fish is always the one that gets away. See ya! I immediately blocked Arya from sending me further messages. She was so desperate to talk to me that she went as far as showing up outside the company offices. She was in such a frenzy that she climbed over the security gate while screaming, "I'm Robert's fiancé!" The security guard's efforts to calm her down proving futile. The police were called, and she was arrested in the act of criminal damage and trespassing. Even while being dragged away in handcuffs, she defiantly screamed things like, "I'm the next CEO's fiancé!" and "My man's going places!" But since I'd already explained the situation with Arya to my parents, wife, co-workers, and friends beforehand, no one believed a word she had to say. Ultimately, she ended up promising never to come near me again. And the episode drew to a close with me receiving a tidy sum in fines and compensation. Arya's boyfriend dumped her when she got arrested, and her friends began keeping their distance, leaving her isolated and alone. This whole affair made me realize how foolish it is to focus only on what's right in front of you with no thought for the future. I learned some important life lessons myself.